Hello neighbors. Hello, hello, happy Monday. I hope you all who were able to celebrate had a happy Father's Day yesterday. And this is going to be a pretty short porch talk, as you can see, but two very exciting things on here. I'm very excited to talk about them. I was contemplating not doing a porch talk, but I was just so excited about talking about these two agenda items particularly that I decided to go ahead. So thank you for being here and for caring. So tomorrow on the work session, or at the work session, we are only going to have 3 items on the agenda. 2 of which are going to be voting items in the regular meeting. So the first item is our Stormwater Asset Mapping Project update. Stormwater Asset Mapping Project. That's such a mouthful. Barge Design, who is our contractor, will be doing a very detailed, extensive presentation about this. I know this doesn't sound like an exciting thing to talk about, and a lot of people feel like it's a hard topic to have a discussion about because they don't understand a lot of the more technical terms and all of that. But what I can tell you is in our city, we do operate and run our own stormwater utility. Apologies for the outdoor sounds, but that's what happens when we're outdoors. And we have been doing that for over 20 years now. And we have never, ever mapped our stormwater infrastructure, ever. So we don't know the condition of the pipes, the inlets, the outlets, all of those kinds of things that help when there are rain events to load that rain in a way that isn't going to flood all of our properties. So if you care about your property or commercial properties in our community not being flooded out, then you should care about stormwater. And what's really exciting is Barge has been working on this for several months now, and there's still several months left, but they are going to do an update on what they have found so far and what they're going to present tomorrow. It's already been uploaded into our agenda packet for tomorrow, so if you go to redbanktn.gov, you can go ahead and click on that and kind of look through some of those slides that they're going to be presenting tomorrow. But it's very detailed. They're looking at over, I think, what they call 3 structures, which are part of the stormwater infrastructure. There's like over 3,000 structures. So if you can imagine that those have never been mapped, we've never looked at the condition of those. We have no idea which ones are about to crumble and fall apart, which ones are clogged, and are about to cause, major issues on people's properties. So that's what this effort is working toward, is helping us have an understanding of what that system looks like so that we can plan for capital improvement planning projects and prioritize them in the best possible way. And I see that we have somebody who's joined us who's hopefully excited, whose husband would probably be excited talking about stormwater utility infrastructure. But so that's going to be a really awesome presentation tomorrow. That's just in the work session. So if you can't attend, definitely stream it online because it's going to give us a lot of really helpful information. All right, number 2 is the other agenda item I'm super excited about, guys, friends, neighbors. We applied for a Tennessee Department of Health Healthy Built Environment grant, and we got it. We got it. Yay! Yes, and yes, thank you, Abby. We also have a wonderful neighbor here who does absolutely care and directly impacts the operation of our stormwater utility. Thank you, Davis. This is a grant award notification for $50,000 for our city to do a study on roadway design and redesign and potential right sizing of Dayton Boulevard to help make it safer for drivers and pedestrians. We've never done anything like this. We've never applied for grants, as far as I know, to try to look at anything like this. In case you guys aren't aware or heard me talk about it before, we have had a 5-lane highway running through the vast majority of our city for decades, and it functioned as a highway until the 70s when Highway 27, or Corridor J as it's called, was built. And then all of a sudden, you know, all this traffic that was using Dayton Boulevard to get, you know, to Dayton, to Saudi Daisy, out up north. I'm going the wrong way, sorry. They were redirected onto US 27, and we have never ever looked at how our roadway on Dayton Boulevard can be redesigned to make it more walkable, to make it safer for pedestrians, cyclists, maybe to add on-street parking. You know, I think when I think about right sizing, I think about a lot of these really charming little Main Street cities that we see in movies and in, you know, magazines and things like that. And you are never going to get that with a 5-lane highway running through your road, running through your city, sorry. And it's also it's safer. It's road design directly impacts how fast people go on the road. It's not speed limit because people drive the speed that the road appears to be designed for. And so I'm sure that you all have noticed, if you've driven down Dayton Boulevard, if you have been a pedestrian or a cyclist on Dayton Boulevard, that people drive way too fast. My son and I actually walked a significant portion of the way home from the Red Bank City Park, where Food Truck Friday was, a week and a half ago, to up north to Browntown Road, because we live in North Red Bank, and it felt unsafe many times, even being on the sidewalk, because cars are driving at such high speeds. Not to mention the fact that we don't have sidewalk past Browntown Road except in front of the Hartman Hill subdivision, which we asked them to do, and they did, so that we could eventually connect into it. So we made it up there, but it was getting dark, and then my husband had to come pick us up and drive us up the hill where there is no sidewalk infrastructure at all. So this is a really exciting grant. If you can see here, try not to cover it up. These are the recipients of this grant. We are one of 13 recipients in the whole state of Tennessee who were awarded this grant. So huge shout out to Leslie Johnson, our Deputy Public Works Director, soon to be our Director of Community Development, for nailing it with this application. I'm so pumped. This is $50,000 that we're getting from the state of Tennessee that we don't have to use, you know, from our local tax dollars. So, woohoo! Yay! I hope you guys are cheering at home, and I just can't hear you. And then the last item on the agenda, and it is a voting item, is an emergency expenditure to purchase an engine replacement for one of our fire trucks, because we need that. Yay! Cheering! Thank you! It's going to be a little over $20,000, almost $20,500 to replace that engine in our fire truck, which we need if you want our fire department to be able to get to you reliably, efficiently, safely. So that's it. We are voting again on some budget amendments. On ordinances, we have to do 2 readings, so it'll be our second and final reading. And that's all that's on the agenda for tomorrow, guys. So it's kind of a chill meeting, and then we actually will be off from city commission meetings until the third week in July. We do not have a meeting the 1st of July or the first Tuesday in July because of the holiday, just because we've also just gotten through budget season and it's been very chaotic and hectic, so it just gives everybody a little break. And in case you missed, I'm so excited that I did officially pull my papers today, my petition today to run for Red Bank City Commission again. So I'm very excited about that and excited to start campaigning and knocking on doors and talking with our neighbors. And if you can make it out to the meeting house this Wednesday between 6 and 9, you can just drop in if you just want to sign my petition. And Terry Holmes, who's also running, will be there with me. If you want to drop by and sign both of our petitions, and you want to hang out, have coffee, have tea, knit, whatever you want to do, we would love to see you, love to chat with you. So yep. We'll have, also we'll be at White Oak Park on Saturday from 11 to 2. So there's a couple of options, and if you're just dying to sign our petition because you want to show your support, this is not a promise of a vote, just so you know, that it's not a promise of a vote or anything like that. This is just a legal formality, to become qualified as a candidate to run for office. We have to have 25 registered voter signatures from voters in Red Bank, but they always recommend getting more than that because signatures sometimes are illegible. Sometimes people haven't updated their addresses and they have to throw those out. So we always want to have a lot extra just in case. But yeah, thank you, Davis. 3 whoops for stormwater, right sizing, and candidate Dalton. Thank you. So that's it, friends. And I hope to see you tomorrow. And if not, hopefully Wednesday night or in the coming days. All right. Have a good night. For real this time.